Alright guys, I'm back with another chapter in Deuteronomy. We're in Deuteronomy chapter 31 where the header reads, Joshua becomes Israel's leader. And there's also a little caveat to that. There's a little prelude, if you will. It lets us know that the next three chapters, 31, 32, 33, and 34, the next four chapters, is going to be descriptions of how the change in leadership goes from Moses and what that expectation was in the last days. And it looks like Joshua's going to become the leader. So we'll go ahead and get started. When Moses had finished giving these instructions to all the people of Israel, he said, I am now 120 years old, and I am no longer able to lead you. The Lord has told me, you will not cross the Jordan River, but the Lord your God himself will cross over ahead of you. He will destroy the nations living there, and you will take possession of their land. Joshua will lead you across the river, just as the Lord promised. The Lord will destroy the nations living in the land, just as he destroyed Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites. The Lord will hand over to you the people who live there, and you must deal with them as I have commanded you. So be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, and do not panic before them. For the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. Then Moses called for Joshua, and as all Israel watched, he said to him, Be strong and courageous, for you will lead these people into the land that the Lord swore to their ancestors he would give them. You are the one who will divide it among them as their grants of land. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord will personally go ahead of you. He will be with you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. So Moses wrote this entire body of instruction in a book and gave it to the priests, who carried the ark of the Lord's covenant, and to the elders of Israel. So Moses wrote this entire body of instruction in a book and gave it to the priests, who carried the ark of the Lord's covenant, and to the elders of the Israel. Okay, yep. Punctuation's important, guys. Sometimes it throws me for a loop when I'm reading. Comma got the best of me there. Then Moses gave them this command. At the end of every 7th year, the year of release, during the festival of shelters, you must read this book of instruction to all the people of Israel. When they assemble before the Lord your God at the place that he chooses, call them all together, men, women, children, and the foreigners living in your towns, so they may hear this book of instruction, and learn to fear the Lord your God, and carefully obey all the terms of these instructions. Do this so that your children who have not known these instructions will hear them, and will learn to fear the Lord your God. Do this as long as you live in the land you are crossing the Jordan to occupy. Then the Lord said to Moses, The time has come for you to die. Call Joshua and present yourselves at the tabernacle, so that I may commission him there. So Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves at the tabernacle. And the Lord appeared to them in a pillar of cloud that stood at the entrance to the sacred tent. The Lord said to Moses, You are about to die and join your ancestors. After you are gone, these people will begin to worship foreign gods, the gods of the land where they are going. They will abandon me and break my covenant that I have made with them. Then my anger will blaze forth against them. I will abandon them, hiding my face from them, and they will be devoured. Terrible trouble will come down on them, and on that day they will say, These disasters have come down on us because God is no longer among us. At that time, I will hide my face from them on account of all the evil they commit by worshiping other gods. So write down the words of this song and teach it to the people of Israel. Help them learn it, so it may serve as a witness for me against them. For I will bring them into the land I swore to give their ancestors, a land flowing with milk and honey. There they will become prosperous, eat all the food they want, and become fat. But they will begin to worship other gods. They will despise me and break my covenant. And when great disasters come down on them, this song will stand as evidence against them, for it will never be forgotten by their descendants. I know the intentions of these people, even now, before they have entered the land I swore to give them. So that very day Moses wrote down the words of the song and taught it to the Israelites. Then the Lord commissioned Joshua, son of Nun, with these words, "Be strong and courageous, for you must bring the people of Israel into the land I swore to give them. I will be with you." When Moses had finished writing this entire body of instruction in a book, he gave this command to the Levites who carried the Ark of the Lord's covenant. "Take this book of instruction and place it beside the Ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, so it may remain there as a witness against the people of Israel. For I know how rebellious and stubborn you are. Even now, while I am still alive and I am here with you, you have rebelled against the Lord. How much more rebellious will you be after my death? Now summon all the elders and officials of your tribes, so that I can speak to them directly and call heaven and earth to witness against them. I know that after my death, you will become utterly corrupt and will turn from the way I have commanded you to follow in the days to come. Disaster will come down on you, for you will do what is evil in the Lord's sight, making him very angry with your actions." So Moses recited this entire song publicly to the assembly of Israel. And that's the end of chapter 31, guys. And so that's basically just a preparation of the song that it is to follow. That will be chapter 32, which has actually quite a few verses, 48. And so we'll reflect on that tomorrow. But really, I mean, I just think about Joshua, and I think about the conversation had as far as that representation of hearing that conversation with Moses and Joshua being there, or at least having the understanding that they're preparing him for rebellion. They're preparing him for the fall of Israel, that it sounds like. They're letting him know, say, hey, Israel is going to be making some bad choices. This is going to be tough. And they're going to want to rebel. They're going to not do the right thing. And even now, in their rebellion, their sin, he's like, I just know it's going to get worse before it gets better. And so to hear that from Moses, who had been leading them for the last 40 plus years, I mean, I can only imagine how heavy that would have been for Joshua. And that expectation to simply have to follow, knowing and anticipating he's just going to get more of the storms that he's already seen. He was with them the entire time through the desert, and he knew how rebellious they were. And the fact that he came to report, say, no, we follow God, we can do this, we can push through this. And they said no. And so he was in the wilderness with them, even though they didn't adhere to his advice, even though he was a scout to go see how possible it was in the faith that he had in God. So I love the fact that Joshua was still the man to step up and love Israel through their rebellion, to truly fall in line with what God's expectation is. So I would be so bold as to hopefully one day be able to know and lead my life by faith, and those that I lead, though my children and my wife and those that I serve, to be able to recklessly follow Christ. And I said, no, this is what you want done, this is what you need, send me, and I'll take care of it. I would like to have that kind of confidence. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. But on that note, have a good night. God bless. I love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll be back for chapter 32 of Deuteronomy, where the header reads, the Song of Moses. On that note, have a good night. God bless, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next chapter. Have a good night.